Alrighty, guys, welcome back to another early morning edition of Coffee with Dylan. Um, yeah, today's an early day. I have to be at work by 6:30 today, so I'm recording this, and yep. So okay, yesterday was a sad day. If you pay attention to the news, there were two different instances um, of very sad events that took place. One was in Las Vegas, where a person driving a Cybertruck drove it to just outside of Trump Tower, Trump Hotel, I guess, in Las Vegas. And there was some explosives in the bed of the Cybertruck, and the driver sat in the truck while it exploded. As far as I could read, that was the only fatality, was the driver. Everybody else, there were some injuries, but everyone turned out okay. So that's good. That everyone, you know, just yeah, just sad that someone would do that. It's pretty clear that this person is going to be caught. I guess it was a rental truck, and well, any Tesla has cameras all over it running constantly. So Tesla's going to be able to turn that footage over to the proper law enforcement, and it'll just be a matter of time before we know who it is. So, if they haven't already confirmed that, I have not checked the news headlines this morning. So, and then the other tragedy was, and this is one I did not read about, so I don't know, but something happened in New Orleans, where I think it sounds like a man drove a truck through a crowd and killed 15 people. Um, at least that's the number that I heard. And that is also very sad. Very, very sad. Um, you know, motives are unclear, I guess. And it, well, it doesn't matter what the motives are. It kind of does, but also kind of doesn't, I guess. But as well, we'll say this. It looks like this person could be an ISIS sympathizer. And one of my favorite quotes in the Criminal Minds TV show is by Jason Gideon. He says, I just wish that people would stop using religion as I can't remember if he says excuse or reason, but he says one of those two, as a reason to kill people, as a reason to commit atrocities, as a reason to perform evil. Yeah, it's really sad that people would do that. It's just terrible. Yeah, big yawn. Okay. Um, Coffee's good this morning. Well, I hope you guys are doing well. Hope everyone's morning is going well. Good morning. I'm just checking Substack to see if there's anything on here. Another yawn. This one's from Jacob. The title of the post is Earth and Water and Antichrist. When I first saw the title, it popped up in my email, and something about the format of my email made it read like it said Earth, Water, and AI Christ. Lots of yawns this morning. AI Christ. So I was like, that's going to be interesting. So I saved it to read. Jacob, his Substack is Study the Great Books. It's all about a classical Christian education. It could be, a homeschool co-op could do this, a homeschool, but you could also just do it on your own. Um, he's talking about the Greco-Persian War, specifically when not Darius, Xerxes launched an assault on Greece and said, "Just give me earth and water." Xerxes believed himself to be a god, and therefore, because he was a god in his own eyes, believed that he had the right to rule, right to conquer, right to be terrible, for a lack of a better way to put it. But as the title suggests, or the subtitle that I forgot to read, Jacob contrasts that with the gospel of Christ. So I'm going to put a link to that post in the description below. Give it a read. Give him a subscribe. He's doing really good work trying to bring, more quality Christian classical education content to everybody. And it's a really good movement. I know a lot of people are scared, and as they should be, of public education for their kids. And it makes sense. I mean, the things that kids are learning in school these days, it's not school. It's frankly hidden, less hidden now, Marxist indoctrination. It's so much critical theory and how to be anti-white crap, transgender. Basically, the education these days is teaching your children to question everything that we know about reality itself. And if you're white, you're evil. And if you're a white male, you're even the most evil. And Jacob goes, if you just check out his Substack, he talks about how he stands against all that. But we can't just stand against that. We have to replace that education with something else, and that's what Jacob has done. He provides a lot of free content, and then if you want to pay for it, you get extra stuff. If you pay for it, I think he only charges $5 a month, which is a pretty dang good deal for a quality Christian education. I know when the time is right, I will be being a paid subscriber to Jacob, so that we can have the right tools at our disposal to raise our kids. So, and there's nothing wrong with it being a Christian classical or classical Christian education. What you start with the classics, but sorry guys, this is my first cup of coffee, and I'm still exhausted. But everything, I looked at his study guides and his, semester guidelines and all this stuff, and everything is based on, hey, here's what happened in the classical era, but also here's what's happening in the Bible at the same time. So you're going to read these books concurrently. And then he has all these study guides and stuff. It's a really good curriculum. Just check it out. Promise you, if you're into any and all of that. So yeah. That's all I have for today. Remember to get your Bible reading done. Yeah. I'm going to try to keep these between 10 and 15 minutes. That way you just have a quick listen. Maybe on your way to work, you can listen in on some stuff. You could even watch me on YouTube or Substack if you want, or of course, anywhere you listen to podcasts. Yeah, tomorrow is Friday. It's our first post of Answering the Call, and then of the year. And then Saturday will be Speeches and Stories, Lyrics and Letters, which I should probably record that. Yeah. All right. That's all I have for now. See you next time.
Music for this podcast is provided by Kevin MacLeod, New Hero in Town.